As you guys know, I posted a video about just feeling really disconnected from my sexual energy and just myself really and my body, and I've been doing research all day on this, and I've just kind of like, you know, when you ask a question to the universe and you just start to get guided down like the rabbit hole of like life, right? And this information came up in my search and I wanted to share it with all of you. It's called sensate focus, which some of you may have heard, some of you may have not. It's a therapy that came out in 1960 and it's been used in sexual like therapy sessions and reprogramming our relationship to sex and to touch. And I found this through diving into complex PTSD, and he speaks about it in this book. So I've been listening to that all day and doing some research, and I wanted to share this with you. So guys, stay tuned. I feel that this is so important. This is something I've known within like my being of so long, of like touch shouldn't just be about penetration. Touch shouldn't just look like get in and get out, you know? And you know when you're in those relationships where you're with a partner that only touches you when he wants to fuck you. And it's just like, I've experienced that a lot. And what I'm craving most right now is touch. Is touch without expectation, is a presence, is a ability to reprogram my way of experiencing pleasure and my way of experiencing touch. Women are very sensual beings by nature. And we need a different kind of level of connection to what like men do. And so through this researching today, I came across this that I wanted to read you. Touch is the most primal sensation and need, right? Let that land. Touch is the most primal sensation and need. What did they do to us to cause the most pain and inflict the most pain? What did they used to do? Isolation, right? Like we need touch. The first thing children do is they explore through touch. So just be aware of like watching children and how do they learn and how they grow. By the time we are young adults, touch is often paired with sexuality and expectations about sexual touch. So we have now linked touch to sexuality. And I know for myself, touch always led to sex. Touch always led to something intimate versus just touching and nourishing for the sake of touching and nourishing, right? It's a very, very different thing. People need to relearn the importance of touching for its own sake. Mindfully experiencing the sensations of touch without the pressure to like it or to feel aroused by it. Like actually just being able to touch and feel and drop into the body. So why this is correlating to PTSD is because when you have PTSD, which most of us all do on some level, whether it's a really traumatic experience or not so traumatic, we all have it within our system. And it shows up in different ways, but most of the time we feel like we can't drop into the body and we don't feel safe and we don't trust. And this type of touch therapy is used to help reprogramming the somatic experience, like the body's actual like cellular experience of touch. I know for myself, I've experienced like some deep sexual abuse, and I would like flinch at doesn't feel safe. You're not going to fully be safe in the body. You're not going to feel safe, and you're going to like kind of be in this like constant fight or flight state. So you can't drop into the parasympathetic nervous system. Anyway, what else did I want to read? So this also, by doing this type of touch therapy, this helps to create a connection to oneself and to your partner. If you're doing it with a partner, or if you're doing it by yourself. When the conscious mind gets out of the way, let me read that again. When the conscious mind gets out of the way of the body may respond on its own. So I just like felt to share that because it's something that I've really struggled with, especially having PTSD, and I don't want to label any of this stuff, but just like having a constant fight or flight response, especially around the masculine, you know, it's like learning how to pattern, relearning how to program. and creating safety in the body is one of the most important things. Trust and safety is how we pull through our most power, is how we be more, like, the most present, how we become the most connected to the earth, to each other, to ourselves. It's these things are in the way of that, and really just understanding that somatic and the touch is key to a lot of this stuff. So I just felt to share that with all of you. I am on the journey and I'm pulling up as much information, and I'm going to be exploring within lots of different realms and different therapies and different teachings, because that's how I roll, and I love to pull together different things and figure out what works for me. But sensate, focus, check it out, Google it, and try it with your partner or with yourself.